Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Borussia Dortmund beta save. I'm Andrew. This is the end of season summary and the transfer special. So we're going to start off the end of season review. We've got this nice new screen. We can see here our trophies for the year, the German Cup and the German Super Cup. Next we've got the new arrivals. So we've got Angel Carrera getting a B-, Fosu Mensah getting a C+, Schlager getting a B for some reason, and Cedric getting a C+. Transfers out. They didn't really care about most of them. They weren't happy with Fink being sold, and they weren't happy with Pastak being sold. And they're fine with the loans going out. So we've got the season's results. So how it unfolded, we were expected to qualify for the Champions League, and we did so in finishing second. Erling Haaland with 35 goals in the league, and the board were happy with that. They were also happy with us in the Champions League, where Haaland got 4 goals. They were also happy with us in the German Cup, Haaland getting 6 goals there, and they're happy with us in the Super Cup, where Haaland got 2 goals. Haaland's been ridiculous this season. The longest winning streak is blank. That's confusing. But there's the league table as well. Hertha Berlin still got a playoff to play. Our biggest win was a 6-0 win against Obernuland, which was in the first competitive game we played. It was off camera because of what it was, but we won 6-0 there. Match to remember, 4-0 win against Augsburg, in which Haaland got a hat-trick, and the goal of the season came in a game against Schalke, and it's a Meunier goal. Can we watch that goal? I'm not sure how we watched that goal. Here we had Renier, great tackle there, but Renier played it to Meunier, and he just absolutely belted it. I think that's well within its rights to be in the goal of the season. How we lined up, no, this is the finances. So we've got 84 million in sponsorship, all in the green. 21 million in shirt sales, nearly 500,000 shirts sold. Haaland, Royce, Carrera, Brandt, and Sancho being our highest ones. We've not got any new sponsorship deals at the moment. So this is our best 11: Berkey, Meunier, Hummels, Zagadou, Guerrero, Chan, Bellingham, Hazard, Reina, Sancho, and Haaland. I would find it very difficult to argue with that. Possibly Carrera on the right wing instead of Hazard, but then that maybe he did have a few months out, so it's probably quite fair for Hazard as well. And Haaland overall, 47 goals. Sancho getting 40. So we've got Haaland with the fans player of the year, the young player of the season. Angel Carrera getting sign of the season. Meunier, as we saw before, goal of the season. Haaland top goal scorer, most assists for Hazard. Haaland with the most man of the matches and the highest rating, and he also got the World Under-21s Footballer of the Year, the European Golden Boy, and the German Footballer of the Year, and he broke records here as well, as did Carrera. I mean, that doesn't really count. Hazard with 10 assists, Berkey with 22 clean sheets, Emre Can, the one who fouled people the most, 14 yellow cards. Zagadou with the quickest goal, 46 seconds, the centre back, alright then. And Jude Bellingham was our youngest goal scorer. So that is the lovely new season review. Overall defensive efficiency, we rank just, relatively average really. Quiet, but we were leaking a lot of goals. That's particularly towards the end of the season. And we were one of the most aggressive and clinical teams in terms of goals, in terms of attacking. So if we can sort our defence out, I think we'll be well away next year. In terms of the Bundesliga average, we're outscoring the goals per game, outscoring the expected, conceding more than we want to, conceding more chances than we want to, smashing the shots per game, Shots on target is quite good as well. Pass completions pretty much bang on average. So it's been quite a good year for us in terms of XG. We had the highest XG, but then also a far higher XG against us, whereas Bayern Munich, that's where they won the league really. And expected points, us and Bayern Munich both got 9 expected points, 9 more than our expected points. We are going to try and negotiate this a little bit because I'd like to try and get rid of those two, but they often don't really listen to you. Yeah, we're just going to go with what they want. And we're going to have a team meeting. I think we can win the title next year. Let's just focus on... Okay, we should be... Okay. We'd like to reach the latter stages, and they're happy with that. What's this one? That's enough promises. I'm not going to... Okay. See you all at the start of pre-season. We are going to be looking to sell some people, and what we'll do is we'll be back to confirm any signings or sales that we make. If it's just like a young player leaving, I'm probably not going to bother with that. If it's a big signing or a big sale, that's what we'll be looking to come back for, to discuss where they're going to fit in and things like that. So I'll be back shortly, hopefully, with a new signing. Okay, so we've got our first signing of the summer. The white balance on this camera is going a little bit weird. First signing of the summer, we've brought in Milik on a free transfer. So he's going to be coming in as a backup to Haaland and Carrera, given that last season we had the injury to Haaland, to Carrera, of course. And on a free transfer, thought why not? We've also agreed the sales of Mahmoud Dahoud, and I thought we had, I think Akanji is left already, from the looks of it. Yeah, so Kanji and Delaney have both left for a total of nearly about £30 million. And Delaney is on the way out for £11 million. So we need to strengthen our midfield a bit after those transfers. Incoming, we've added Milik. We're also in for Felipe and Lodi to strengthen our centre-back and our left-back positions. And we're definitely going to be looking at some centre mids. We're back with some more news shortly. Okay, so Felipe has signed for PSG over joining us, but we have managed to sign Renan Lodi, the left back. He's going to come in to be alongside Guerrero as our main left back. And now we're going to have a look around, see if we can find another centre back to bring in the meantime. And we're going to continue to try and get rid of Schultz as well. But we're back hopefully with some transfer news again. Hopefully some positive one, a bit more positive than losing a player and signing a player. Hopefully we'll just be signing them now. Okay, so we're back on the 1st of July with a bunch of transfers being confirmed. These are the outgoings. So there's Dahoud leaving. We've had a few of the young players disappearing off to different clubs. Schultz has gone for £5 million. And then here's the players coming in. So we've bought in Renan Lodi, the left back, Danny Olmo, Diardi Samascu, Gianluigi Donnarumma, and Milik all coming in. So we've got Lodi for £35 million. But if we look at we're going to send them all on. We have used some installments to bring these guys in. So Donnarumma, he's on a free transfer. But then we've got Danny Olmo, so we've paid, what would it be? We've got 30 million. Would that be 40 million over the next 3 years? I think we paid 20 million otherwise. Lodi again, about 18 million, and then 12 million up front. Saisko's only, I think it was 15 million with 5 million over the next 3 years, and everybody, the other ones were Donnarumma and Milik. They're both free transfers. Rudiger, I wish we'd had a bit more of a look at him. We probably should have checked him out a bit more. Also, Schlager is now officially a Borussia Dortmund player, which might be a mistake. And we've smashed the record for our highest ever spending and our highest record transfer for a Spanish player. That's quite surprising. And for a Malian player, we've been trying to sell Marco Reus. That's not really worked, and Schlager, we're trying to just flog him straight off. But that does seem quite unlikely to happen. Also, Isaacs, I wish I'd spotted this earlier, but that's expired when we'd already bought Milik at that point. Otherwise, I might well have gone for him. So we are still after a centre-back, because looking at who we've bought in, we definitely need at least a centre-back. So we're going to be on the lookout for them. Regani on a free transfer, that could be an option. As could he on a free transfer as well. So we're going to be looking for a new centre back, and also in interesting news here, Julian Brandt. We've had offers in from Chelsea. It looks like he's probably going to Chelsea for 60 million up front, and then I think it's about 60 million up front, going up to 79 million. We had to accept that. We've also told Hazard that if we get an offer of 60 million, we will let him go. So we're looking at replacements for those two as well, should they end up leaving. But overall, I think I'm quite happy with what we've done so far. We definitely need a centre back, maybe two centre backs, probably a first teamer and a backup. We're looking at Upamecano as well, absolutely. Who's on here? Not really anyone on there that I'm interested in. Piszczek left because he's retiring. But yeah, centre back, maybe a second, and then a replacement for Brandt and Hazard if he does leave. I've got a couple of people in mind. I've been looking at Corona as a replacement for them, possibly someone else. But we're back with some more transfer news. Hopefully a centre back or a replacement for Brandt. Okay, it's official. Julian Brandt is now a Chelsea player. We're just going to wish him luck on the way out. He did well. I wasn't a big fan of selling him, but for that amount, I think we have to. And he didn't do a lot for us. So I think for 70 million, basically, well, 61 million up front, when he wasn't starting it week in, week out, and I think with the Dani Olmo in particular coming in, that probably pushes Brandt further down the list, because it's probably that was his main position when Sancho was fit, was playing behind the striker. So Dani Olmo is going to take that off him. So as I say, we're going to now focus on signing a replacement, and we'll be back with who we've brought in. And we have replaced Julian Brandt with none other than Jack Grealish. So as you can see here, if we check the transfer of Grealish, I don't think it's going to let us. It's 16 million up front, and then we've got a few bonuses to keep them happy. We're having a bit of a mad year to try and make sure that next year we want to try and win the title, The reason being, we don't want this save to go on for too long. That's a big transfer in for Hazard. We're going to struggle to find. How much is he worth? 40 million there off. This might be the last you see of Thorgan Hazard as well, because we're going to accept that, and then we're going to try and offer him out for a little bit more and see if we can get a bit more from someone else. But I think Thorgan Hazard is probably on his way out, so we'll need a replacement for him as well. And we've also got a centre back, which we'll hopefully be announcing soon. And now we've got our centre back. We have brought in Deo Upamecano from Leipzig, which, of course, rather importantly, meets our club vision to sign players from. We did have one safe sign from division rivals. That's apparently gone. I'm hoping they'll just get over the fact that we haven't signed German players because we're meeting all the others. Hopefully. But yeah. In comes Deo Upamecano, and we may have. I think we're starting to reach the end of what's likely to be our transfer business this year. We are going a bit all out because this will probably be. We'll probably only do one, maybe another season of this save. As you can see, it's starting to get dark. Compared to the previous episodes, we've had a bit of a break in between. Compared to the previous recordings in this one, had a couple of breaks. But yeah, we've got another couple of signings, maybe one or two. Hazard, nothing else has happened with him yet. So at the moment, we've still got him. But I think he might be on the way out soon. And we'll then have to look at a replacement for him as well. So we've got a little bit more transfer news. Thorgan Hazard has officially signed for Manchester United, 53 million, rising to 80 million pounds. We have also bought in Naby Keita from Liverpool for 50 million pounds. He's going to come in as our new central midfielder to replace. Not really to replace anyone. It's more just adding the depth into that midfield, because Witsel and Chan, I feel like, are doing the same job a little bit too much. So Keita's there to support Bellingham in the other midfield role. We've also bought in Makisimovic, the centre back. He's definitely come in as a backup, but on a free transfer. I thought is costing less than £20,000 per week. I thought that's too good to turn down, really. And also we've bought in Stefan Savage. He's on a bit more, 55,000. Again, 11 million for him. But I think as a backup to the main partnership of Hummels and Upamecano, I think we've got a solid set of centre backs. We may even look at selling Zagadou, because we've got Collins on the bench there as well. So yeah, I think we might have a look at selling Zagadou. We're gonna offer him out and see what comes of it. We're now in the process of looking for a replacement for Hazard, and also we're looking at a right back in Hector Bellerin and Valdschmidt as a right winger. So hopefully we can bring in at least one of them and see if we can get a good offer in for Zagadou. And we have what I think is going to be our final set of signings for the summer. I think we actually covered Bellerin in the previous clip, but Luka Valdschmidt has been signed as a right winger, so he's going to be rotating with Carrera. We haven't managed to sign Zagadou. Nobody's really interested in him. So I think this is going to be our squad going into the season. German is great because you can just kind of register whoever you want, which is always nice. So we're just going to register them all now. We're going to assign our numbers. Yeah, Donnarumma taking number 1. Berkey left. I think I forgot to mention Berkey. He left to go to AC Milan. So he's out. But other than that, we've kind of kept a good squad. I think Sergio Gomez returning, Jack Grealish coming in. We've got a few options in the attacking midfield option. What's great about Grealish as well is he can play in so many different positions. Sancho staying is a big one. Haaland is staying is the biggest one. Milik is a good backup there. Samuel Bamba, he's one of our youth players. He's been given a shirt number, as has Broszkinski, but I don't really care. Marius Wolf, he's back from loan. I'm not able to sell him either. We're going to carry on trying to, but I don't think that's very likely. So I think overall we've got a very strong team. We definitely feel like we're in a stronger position than we were. In terms of transfer business, we've had £143 million coming into the club, £417 million being paid out. So it's been a very expensive transfer window, but I think we saw last season how close we are to Bayern Munich. We were 2 points off them. I think if we, with this team now, I do feel confident that we can go on to. I mean, all they've done is sign Ginter and Ndidi and a right back Mazarui, who possibly we should have gone after because we did need a right back, but we've got Bellerin. So I think, keeping in mind that they've only made 3 signings this year, we've completely changed our team. I think we've got a good chance of taking them all the way and hopefully try and wrestle the title away from them. We've got big games against them in November and in April. So I think what we'll do now is I'm done for transfer business other than people possibly leaving. So I think we're going to call it a day on the transfer special. We'll be back for either the Super Cup or maybe we'll just skip to the first game of the season. Maybe we'll do the Super Cup and then we'll do the Werder Bremen game. We'll just play the cup off camera, and then hopefully in that time we might get the Champions. I think the Champions League draws a little bit later than that. Let's have a quick look here. If we go into rules, I think you can see it. Group stage. No, we can't see the draw date's the 26th, so that won't be on camera. But we'll come back for Bayern Munich and Werder Bremen, and then we'll find out where we're going to come back. I'll probably decide that off camera because it'll depend on who we get in our Champions League group, when we're playing who in the Champions League group, and we'll try and pick a big game to come back for in somewhere probably October. We're going to try and get through this season a little bit quicker because I don't think we need so many episodes in this one. We'll just go through a little bit quicker. That's going to be all for today. Let me know in the comments what you think of our signings. I know we've got a little bit crazy on the amount, but if you want to bridge the gap, and it's only the beta, we're just trying to end the beta on a high point. So with that in mind, I think it's fine. Let me know what you think of our signings. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed that. And we'll see you in the next one for the Super Cup and the start of the Bundesliga season. Thank you very much for watching.